Alert, alert. Just in case you wanted to see Tron Ares in the movie theaters, I think time is running out, especially if you're going to see it at Regal or AMC. Let's look at the showtime breakdowns. On AMC, on the 31st, there are no shows right now. Doesn't mean it's not going to play, but just be aware of it. Same thing with Regal. You press on the 31st, boop, no shows. So this could be the last week. Now, me personally, I love the movie. However, I never saw Tron 82 and I never saw Tron Legacy. So my solution, just in case I might be wrong for liking it, head over to the Gadget Trish YouTube page. We're doing a watch party for Tron 82 and Tron Legacy. I don't know if that will change me liking it or not liking it, but I love the movie. I've seen it 6 times and I'm going to see it 7th this week, but I need to see these 2 movies first. Join me. Hello, everybody. What a freaking day. Wasn't a good day, wasn't a bad day, but it was a freaking day. I struggled if I was just going to watch this with you or watch it by myself. I have, as I mentioned, I saw Tron Ares 6 times, and I keep watching it, wondering, is it weird that I like it so much? One second. There's always something happening at the zoo. Anyway, I love it. I love the freaking movie. Visually, it is stunning. I hear an echo. Hold on. Make this make sense. This makes sense. Oh, I figured out what it was. All right, what device was on? Are we done? Are we done? All right. I'm sorry. Tron Ares visually is stunning. The soundtrack, I am always singing. Alive. I'm alive. Wait, I can't. I'm alive as you want me to be. The freaking soundtrack, banging. The story is simple, but it works. 2 rival, I'm gonna have to say, tech companies are after the same thing. One has one intention, the other side has another intention, and you see who gets what the. I mean, hold on. This thing is still on. Jeez, hold on, because what it's doing is causing an echo to me, and then I can't concentrate. So, yeah, simple story. But not so simple that like you're insulted. And then one person on TikTok had said, and it wasn't far from the truth, but they were like, Tron Ares is the best 2-hour music video of all time. Kind of. But, listen, a music video, or Michael Jackson would say, a short film, is still a story. It was a comprehensive story that made me invested to see it 6 times and now 7. But now I have a correction. So let me get my graphics ready. I would also like to say hi to TikTok. Hey, TikTok. We are on TikTok here and YouTube here. But listen, TikTok people, y'all not gonna be able to see everything. So let me just fix this for TikTok so they can see a little bit more. There we go. So TikTok has one thing. Hi everyone, welcome. We're having a Tron watch party on the Gadget Trish YouTube channel. We are doing the presentation, and then after the presentation, no more TikTok, it's all YouTube. So if you want to join me, head over to YouTube on the Gadget Trish YouTube, and let's talk all things Tron 1982. So I'm still trying to learn how to do two devices at the same time. Since we're speaking of TikTok, here's the QR code for my TikTok, or it's Gadget Trish. Gadget Trish. I'm on a mission to get 1,000 followers. I was hoping by November 1st. I mean, a lot could happen in the next couple of days. So far I've been posting every freaking day. I'm on day, I think 57 now. I try to post 1 to 10 times a day. And it's been an adventure. I've learned a lot about myself, that's for sure. But if you're not following me on TikTok, I can tell you right now, TikTok gets information more than any of the platforms because it's just easier for me to make the content. Like, for example, TikTok works the same on iPads. Well, actually, no, it does work different on a phone, but for the most part, it works the same. Some of my devices are not in all my, like, it's complicated, but the point is TikTok gets the majority of the stuff first. So for example, when there were what do they call it, Tron Aries posters on Saturday, or the light cycle, everybody on TikTok knew about that way before any other platform. I do put a lot of stuff on YouTube too, but the problem with YouTube is their mobile device is not the same as their phone device. So my phone's always running low on power because I use it to shoot content and just use throughout the day. That's where the iPads come in. So hopefully YouTube will create a update so that the music aspect of making shorts is available on YouTube. Like, I don't get this. If the mobile app is almost basically a blown up phone, I don't understand why they don't operate the same. Just saying, because everyone knows that iPads don't operate like a computer, so make it make sense. But that's my stupid rant for the day. YouTube, please fix that. So initially, when we opened up this live, we spoke about the possibility that Tron Aries may not be in the New York area. I didn't mention that in the short, but I'll clarify that now. I'm in New York, so all my theaters are listed for New York, and some of it's Jersey. Now, when I made that short, which honestly wasn't that long ago, the AMC movie showings came up for Friday. So let me just point out what came up so far. Whoops. Let me just solo this for you. So Harlem and a few other AMCs did add some Tron Aries showings. I'm actually surprised the level of shade they're throwing on this movie. I don't know if it's strictly business or has it somehow like expanded to personal. I've never had an empty theater. I've had an empty-ish theater for like those earlier shows, but that's normal behavior for all movies in New York, especially on a freaking work day. Weekend shows, they were relatively full. I even went to that big old one at 62nd Lincoln Center. That's the biggest IMAX theater, period. And I would say the theater was about 70% full, if I had to guess when I went. So I'm not sure what the issue is, but there's clearly an issue. The downfall of it being pulled out, notice they're not on premium screens. They're not on IMAX screens anymore. So I'm hoping, again, if you wanted to see it in IMAX theater, I would probably see if Regal still has it. But as of now, they still don't have October 31st showings. So just want to make sure hey, just in case you wanted to see it in a theater, you may not be able to if this continues. And so some of the backlash, now, I'm not exactly sure what exactly is the issue with Tron Aries and why half hates it, half love it. You need to see the originals and legacy to understand why we're mad. this story sucks. The only thing everyone can agree on is the graphics for this freaking movie is fire. Like, I, you know me, I get so, what's the word? I get so inspired by like phenomenal films, um, artwork, music. Like, my music to what I do is see other artists' stuff. And one of the things, like I remember one of the things that I loved about Fantastic Four was that futuristic aesthetic. And now like Tron is literally the future. So, like my new obsession is just trying to find more futuristic things like apparel and just, my furniture, like the whole furniture thing came from watching Andor, and then there's a guy named For the Lore that finds things from those kind of shows and tell you where to buy it. And believe me, if I could afford it, I have purchased those items because I want my house to have more of a futuristic look. So when I saw Tron, you already know I was blown away. It's the, we're all scared of the possibility of AI like changing our world like more like a doomsday kind of thing. But Tron Ares actually entertains the thought of using AI for good. Like one of the characters' motive was to cure diseases and end world hunger. And the other character's motive was to be like a war superhero. Not superhero, but like a war, I guess, specialist, to be in charge of like war related things. So they needed the same thing, but for two different reasons. And so I don't know. And of course, the more I watched the movie, the more you realize, I believe her name was Eve, the main character, one of the female characters. Her whole motivation was the death of her sister. I'm not really sure about the motive of the guy. And offhand, I forget his name. Julian, I think. I'm not sure what his motivation to for why he wanted the technology that he needed. But he would do anything. I mean, literally anything to get it. I kind of wish they kind of unpacked that a little bit more. I mean, we clearly knew where but again, I think her name is Eve's motivations were, but I'm not sure about Julian's. And then you have Ares. He was, it's interesting. He was an AI generated person, but he clearly had very human-like motives and feelings. And what the thing about AI is, and that was even brought up in the movie, is no matter what safety measures you go to prevent something bad happening or the AI turning on you, you can't 100% control it. And so I believe from me watching other reviews about Tron and Tron Ares and even this Tron we're about to see, some of the characters that has been mentioned before. So initially I wasn't going to watch Tron. I tried to watch it within like 10 minutes. I was over it. Tron from 1982 looks super outdated, bro. Like super outdated. And it took me looking at other people's reviews and historic context about the movie and the significance of its technology and what they had to do to make it that makes me want to give it another chance. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, because you guys know I fall asleep on YouTube all the freaking time. There's a 90% chance I'm going to fall asleep. One, it's almost midnight my time. And two, literally the first 5 minutes, I was completely tapped the freak out. That's how outdated this movie looks. But because I have more context about what the movie is. As a matter of fact, they said Tron 1982 ties in really well with Tron Ares. So I'm going to give it a chance. And if I can't make it through the night, y'all will have more footage of me falling asleep. So one of my wishes, based on everything I just said, well, actually, two of my wishes is one, they keep it into the theaters longer. Now, partially my wish came true. We do have some AMC shows added. I get it. If the numbers are not there, you honestly can't just keep the movies in the theater. But I'm just going by the merch and the excitement I've seen on TikTok and even YouTube. Clearly, people like Tron. Now, there might be some issues that I'm not aware of, and maybe we can address it another time. But I'm just going by the movie and the movie itself. I'm also going by the fact that the merch is almost sold out everywhere. You go to AMC 34th Street, at least when I was there a few days ago, there was no more Tron merch. There was one of the buckets were available out of the two at 42nd, but they ran out of cups. When I went to 42nd Regal, they sold out of, actually I have the bucket. This bucket set sold out already. The one that comes with the cup, gone. When a movie is 100% a flop, the merch is there with it. So I'm like, clearly something has resonated with people. People are, these freaking popcorn buckets were kind of pricey. The one that I just showed you, the set, that was $43. The light cycle, hold on. This is the light cycle one. This is the biggest bucket I own now. 80 something freaking dollars. Oh my gosh. Because we have tax. The only one that was affordable is the AMC standard bucket. That was $15. Then AMC had another bucket that was $35. Regal had another bucket that was like the arcade one. I think that one was like $35, $40. That's why I still don't have that one. By the way, if anybody wants to give me gifts, Regal and AMC gift cards, just saying, just throwing it out there. And by the way, that stuff has sold out. Only thing Regal had left was some of the arcades. The light cycle, I don't know if it's still there. I know when I went there, it was really low on stock. Yeah. But again, if it was a flop, why is all the merch almost sold out? Make it make sense. So I don't know. I'm one of those people, like I've been doing the movie theater circuit kind of hard since the summertime, and I noticed certain observations. When a movie is a hit, that merch is going super, super fast. So either it has a high resale value or it has a high collector's value. My other wish is there's a Tron 4. If you watch Tron Ares and right after the movie ends, very shortly, there's like a post credit or a mid credit or whatever credit that clearly indicates that they're setting up Tron 4. And so some of the criticisms that people might have with the movie, like maybe it didn't tie in enough of Tron 82 or Tron Legacy, maybe Tron 4 can start pulling in some of those connective tissues. Now, because I didn't see either one of the movies, I really can't say people, I don't understand the disappointment. But I do kind of understand from a Star Wars perspective, when you know a franchise, when you have beloved characters, and then things are not tying in. Have you seen the last, what they call it, trilogy or whatever of Star Wars? It was so disappointing how they wanted to move forward with the new characters without really giving proper recognition to the characters that came before it. And I have a feeling that's the whole Tron beef. And if that's the case, okay, cool. Now, I may not be as connected to the characters that came before, because my only characters that I'm aware of is Althea, Eve, Julian, Ares. this is my introduction to the Tron franchise. But I think I know profit is an indication of movie being successful or not. But let's go back to Revenge of the Sith. Remember when Revenge of the Sith came out? Now, granted, I was in college. It's 2005. I was minding my own business. I had no idea there was some real crazy beef with the prequels of Star Wars. I was just focusing on surviving and getting through college, right? But of course, when I came back into the Star Wars community, people were filling me in how much they hate these daggone prequels. And so you fast forward 20 years and, you know, Revenge of the Sith is beloved by so many people, myself included. You know, Hayden Christensen is in high demand. We love you, Hayden. We always did, but you know, now we're letting the world know whoever try to hate on those prequels, you know, that's a you thing. You know, as John Campea says, you know, art is subjective. Some people love the prequels, some hate it. I feel like Tron is kind of on those lines of, you know, not everybody may resonate with certain Trons, but we all have our favorite Trons, right? I have a feeling Tron Ares is going to be my favorite because this is my introduction to it. But I truly feel like there's something potentially there. And I feel like instead of focusing on how many millions or billions you can make off the franchise, just take the criticisms from the fans. I would say the critics, but I'm not sure. The critics, some of the critics' criticisms seem sketchy, but take notes from the people that matter, basically. And when you make a Tron 4, hopefully you can make it maybe at a lower budget as technology is developing, specifically with AI. You might be able to make just a beautiful piece of film without it being so much money. I feel like that's the new challenge for filmmakers in 25 and beyond, because people are not physically going to the theaters as much as they used to. And so they're not going to be able to generate the money they did maybe even 5 years ago before the pandemic. However, because AI is developing rather quickly, you might be able to incorporate certain aspects of it to cut down on some of the cost. Of course, you still want to work with humans and, you know, set designers and this, that, and the third, but down the line, Hollywood's going to have a tough conversation on making movies that might have to incorporate AI to lower the cost of making films. I hope that's no time soon, but down the line you can see where it's going. Wow, like, and everything's just happening so fast. Like, you know, like I have a friend, her name's Rocky, and she makes AI fan fiction stories. And some of the stuff looks so realistic. It's just so freaking cool what you could do with your imagination. So I say all that. I hope there's a Tron 4. I know budgeting is an issue, but there has to be a way to get this done. Profit doesn't always mean success. I bet you when Tron starts streaming, it's going to get the recognition's probably similar to Thunderbolts. Like, everybody realized how good Thunderbolts was once it went into streaming. There are some movies people are willing to see in the theaters, and there are other movies you're like, no, I'm just waiting till it streams. I get that. I get that. I don't have a family. When I go to the theater, it's me. Sometimes I'm with a friend, but that friend pays for their own ticket. You know, there isn't no huge overhead. You know, plus, you know, I have a AMC membership. I also have a membership with Regal. It cuts down the cost significantly. But if you have a family, or if you're even on a date, it can get pricey. Even though if I'm dating somebody, if you can't afford a movie theater, yeah, like I feel like out of all forms of entertainment, the movie theater is still the most affordable, even with the super expensive concession stand. So that's my wish and rant of the day, part 2. I already ranted about YouTube, but here's my second rant. Hold on, the dictionary got activated. I don't know how. All right. So, little quick backstory of Tron. It came out July 9th, 1982. Not too far when Thriller came out. Just want to throw it out there, Since we're doing a Thriller challenge, thought I'd do a shameless plug to the Thriller challenge in a few days. Anyway, director Steven Lisberg, producer Donald Kushner, one of the first films combining live action and extensive CGI, pioneered visual techniques influencing future digital animation. The box office was a disappointment. Tron became a cult classic and is regarded as a precursor to modern digital effects. So, unfortunately, I guess the Tron curse was there from the start when it comes to the box office, not having expectations that they were hoping for. But I don't know, there has to be a way to make Tron's legacy matter. Like, I know this sounds silly, this is so fiction, and but I also feel like there's something about it that's just so relevant, and it just still might be above its time. I mean, that can happen. So, enough chat. We need to start streaming. So, to the TikTok crew, I hope I didn't miss any of your comments. I saw you guys go in and out, but I didn't see anybody say anything. If you want to join me, I am on YouTube. So let me just end this stream right now. All right. That's not bad. Not bad. Makes my life a little bit easier to have one thing to talk on. And YouTube is just you and I. It's just me and you, Barbara. How are you going to stream this? You have some options. If you have Disney Plus with ad-free tier, you can just go on Disney Plus. Now, I don't have the ad tier, so then I end up going to Amazon and I purchased the movies for less than $5 each. I didn't get a chance to see if that sale's still there, but I bought this a few days ago. So I got the whole Tron digital format for only $15. Well, technically $10. I had $5 in credit. Did you know if you have Amazon Prime and you ship it to your home or primary address, sometimes they'll ask you, do you want to get your stuff a few days later? We'll give you digital credit. If it's not an emergency, take the digital credit. Get your stuff a little slower. I've made a little fortune in digital currency doing that. I usually do this thing called Fun Finds and some other things. We'll do that for Tron Legacy. Because it's so late, I really don't have time to do a whole presentation. But at least you had 28 minutes to get to hear me chat about God knows what. Start queuing up the movie. If you have an option to download it, please do that because it's going to keep the movie from lagging. We're going to watch on a separate device, right? Because there's no watch party option on YouTube yet. And I say yet because I know YouTube, I know y'all see the culture of watch parties and the value. So one day. All right. Ooh, sorry. Oh, we yawning already. Sugar. And then the movie low-key graphic-wise It sucks booties. But it sucks booty cheeks. I don't know if I can make it. But let's try. Look, you won't know till you try, right, Trishy? So let me see. Oh, that's not bad. The original's 1 hour and 30 minutes. However, Jaws had short movies and I still passed out. Couldn't make it. So we'll see. Bedtime could be as soon as 1:30 a.m. for you, the New York crew. All right. So let me just queue up a couple of things and we are going to be ready to go. Ready to go. Wait till if you haven't seen Tron 1982, wait till you see these graphics. Lord, y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all ain't ready. All right, everything's set up. That's our timestamp. So if you ever get lost and you be like, oh, what part is Trisha up to? Just look at the timestamp. We're about to count down. I do believe I downloaded this. By the way, I also purchased the Tron bonus one. That's why I got 3 different copies. I don't think we're going to watch the Tron bonus content because it's almost 4 hours. But I'm probably going to watch it privately. But if you guys want to see that, let me know. But for now, we're just going to do the Tron, the original classic from 1983. It's 1 hour and 32 minutes. With that being said, let's count down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. You know, I didn't. Is this a Disney production because they paid for it, or was always a Disney thing? Huh? Oh, it's loud. Oh. Do y'all hear it? Let me see if I can put my AirPods in. Oh, this sucks. Okay. You know what I love about seeing Aries first? I have a slight better understanding of this movie now. Because I'm telling you, I saw it for like 5-10 minutes. I said, oh, no. Oh, let me turn this off. I don't want to waste the battery. Let me turn this one off too. New obsession, seltzer water. If you ever see the behind the scenes on what it took to make this movie, you'll be impressed. Like, this is one movie that needs some level of context to be all in if you've never seen this. That's funny. So this is the furthest I ever got in a movie. That means I didn't even make 4 minutes when I gave up. Already, there are a few things from Aries that I'm seeing here, or at least connective tissue, Easter eggs. Giga, what's up, Bibble? Hold on, let me put the popcorn away so I can pick you up. Say hi to everybody. We already know if Giga's up here, it's because she thinks there's food here. You're talking into Mike today? There's no food. It's interesting, the use of color. It's not random. And I'm sure that's part of the overall Tron design. Red means one thing. I guess blue or white means another. Hopefully I can remember to bring that up for the next live. Dillinger, haha. We know this family. Master Control. Isn't that crazy to see touch screen devices back in 1982? Like, that's nothing now. That's an iPad. That's a Microsoft computer. But this is 1982. We just had computers introduced to us back then. Well, actually, computers, I believe, came out in the late 70s. But I mean, the masses started like slowly getting them in their homes. Hi, Giga. Oh, popcorn. We have a Tron food reference, popcorn. That's crazy. Their office cubicles kind of look like a grid. That's funny. Group 7. If you in Group 7 on TikTok, apparently there's a Group 7 in Tron. All right. Little exposition. We know what Tron is. It's a security program. MCP. You don't want to go in your bed? Isn't it so much more comfortable there? Good. Yo, this Master Control is a little bully. Oh no. For a second, I thought the elevator was going to like kill him or something. I like this cup, but this bottom part keeps popping off. Like, I went to wash it once and remove the bottom, and it has not been the same. This is like my movie theater cup. Oh, snap. Somehow I broke the cup. How? What? It's like a big old crack. Oh, well. As long as it's not leaking, it's not, right? No, it's not leaking. This has given me like a Jetson vibe, like how the Jetsons were so ahead of their time, but one day though everything will be true. This is so funny with the group 7. By the way, y'all, I am a member of group 7 on TikTok. Just wanted to throw it out there. Does anybody dare to count how many times group 7 will be mentioned in this movie? Friends. Can you go to bed? I remember when we were children, arcades were so huge. I know when I go to AMC, Lincoln Square, or Times Square, you'd still see people on arcades, but like being on a arcade was a thing. Like you got clout if you were like top scorer. It's so crazy how life has changed. Like we play on our tablets or our consoles or our hand devices, like, Switch or something. Mm. Mm. So now we know how Dillinger got where he got. He basically stole all of his stuff. This is so funny with the whole Group 7 thing. Not Group 6. So far, I'm digging the story. I wonder. Well, I'll save this for the end of this. Oh, this thing is blackmailing him? No way. He was like, human, get in your place. Oh, so that's how he got on the grid. Master control. Huh. This is crazy. Not in a bad way. I mean, like, that's like cool, crazy. Like, oh, ooh. Oh, wait. This Tron Aries. To see Tron's origins in terms of graphics to now is like breathtaking. Like when I see Tron again this week, RAM like RAM, like computer RAM. Mm. 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 Master controls evil. Oh, no way. Mm. Mm. I'm gonna have to re-see this. I think I've been asleep for at least 10 minutes. Oh. Mm. Kick us out. Hey, Eric. Still falling asleep in watch parties. Considering I've been awake more than asleep, the movie's better than I thought. But I knew I was going to fall asleep. But it's going good. I'm getting ready to see Tron Ares for the 7th time later on this week, and I wanted to see this in Legacy before going to see it. How's everything with you? Oh, that's cool. And if I'm not mistaken, because I was doing a little bit of research on it, Tron turns into 3D once you go into the grid, which sounds kind of cool. That is so good to hear. I had to take a time out because I kept falling asleep really, really bad in the watch parties, which proved I was exhausted. Hopefully for Legacy, I can get more sleep. I'm gonna come back Wednesday. Ooh, sorry, still a little sleepy. Yeah, I know. The good news is this is over, I think, in like 20 minutes, 24 minutes to be exact. Trust me, I took a nice time out because it was just getting worse and worse and worse. But I'm doing better with like getting quality sleep. I don't sleep with TVs anymore. I make sure I sleep in the dark. I usually have devices on. I think that just not think I know it messes up my sleep really bad. Thanks. Here's to quality sleep and better sleep ahead. Sorry, the mic was muted. The movie is okay, but the graphics are just so outdated. The only reason why I could enjoy this is because there's certain things in Tron Ares that ties into this. So now I get to see the origins of it, but it's a tough watch. There's sometimes when things are too ahead of its time, it just comes off almost corny. But it's impressive what they did for that time. It's more like a good story, but really bad graphics. Well, not bad graphics, outdated. It's a better word. Unfortunately, I think I would pick this over Superman 3. It's crazy. We did all that stuff for Superman, and there's a possibility that Warner Brothers is on sale. And some of the people are talking about there's a possibility that James Gunn could be fired and they might reboot stuff all over again. And I'm like, I don't want the reboot only because they got a really good Superman, but I'm not gonna lie, that Peacemaker, I was not entertained at all. I was like, how we go from Superman hoping whatever, and then we go like to like ratchet ridiculousness of Peacemaker. But if they choose to sell Warner Brothers and reboot, that sucks. Like I said, I love this Superman. It's crazy. Most of my childhood, I really was big on like sci-fi and superheroes and things of that nature. And I'm not gonna lie, this got to be the worst graphics I've ever seen. Again, not their fault. They put a lot of love and work into this. No way. Mm, mm. Oh, Tron's right there. I I did see that popcorn bucket, but no one told me the price yet, and I don't think I have space for it. The car buckets are literally the hardest ones to store. I have the Tron light cycle. This is huge. Now, this surprisingly, we found the place. This is, but I still don't have a place for the Thunderbolt limousine or what's the other thing? Fantastic Four. I don't know. I'm going to the movies soon. I don't know. I don't know. Like, and I love Back to the Future, but I'm starting to notice certain buckets are too hard to store. Cars are the number one issue. Yes, it does. It does light up. A couple of people have their hands on it because AMC had started selling them early, but I was just at the theater on Saturday and they didn't have it there. So then I end up getting the Tron Light Cycle because that was there. So what's up, MJ Fangirl? What's good? I'm falling asleep on live as always. I'm not gonna lie, this version of Tron, this is the tough watch. I heard Legacy's better, but it tied into this one ties into Aries, so graphic graphic wise it's tough. It's so tough. But there's a lot of discourse with the fandom with Tron and the new movie, and I needed to understand like where is this coming from. So I said, well, maybe oh if I see the original, I could understand, and the other one to see why everybody's so upset. What? That makes two of us, Eric. MJ Fangirls latest video was really, really good. She interviewed the lady that was like one of the biggest Jackson Family fan groups. She's still doing it. Oh, I'm seeing Wicked all right. I can't see it on the 19th because it's not part of my plan. I would have to pay for it, and like the tickets are $30 each. But I do have tickets for the 21st. He won't beat the res. I'm done. Programs kissing each other? Really? What the? So do programs procreate? That's the rumor. That's the rumor, and it's so funny. I'm already working on outfit fits because I want to see Wicked Part One since it's back in theaters for a week. And then 'cause I actually fell asleep when I saw Wicked Part One, and my nephew was so mad at me. He was like, "Auntie, you're always falling asleep." I warned him I was tired. Don't fall asleep that much in theaters, but when I do, it is what it is. I'm exhausted, as most adults are. I'm like, what? So I need to see Wicked Part One because I fell asleep. Wouldn't it be messed up if the Michael Jackson biopic commercial is not in that freaking Wicked? And most of those theaters are sold out or close to sold out already. And I bet it's a nice chunk of Michael Jackson fans are in there trying to see the trailer. That's so cute. The Fine Gravity is a classic. I remember I was doing some Wicked tunes when I came out. The concept of this movie is so freaking cool. I just wish the freaking technology was there to match what they were trying to convey. I mean, of course, I'm going to watch this again, but I couldn't, like usually if I love something, I'll watch it over and over and over. We're not there yet. Oh, and he's out the grid. Will he remember any of that? Oh, oh, he got the information he needed to prove his stuff was stolen. Shut up. Wait, is Dillinger going to let you get this information out? We got 6 minutes left. Ha ha ha. Because if Dillinger is anything like his freaking grandson, it's not gonna end well for him. Oh, you busted. You're busted, you thief. Busted. I'm making all this noise knowing somebody's gonna wake back up. No way. But what happened to Dillinger? Oh, I'm gonna have to watch that extended version. Again, not on live, it's too long. Oh, that's cool. Oh, like I said, this is a really, it's a good story. It's a good origin story. It's just the graphics, man. It's rare I complain about old movies, but this one, whoa. Let me, this was tough. Shoot, let me just, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give it away about the current movie. Just in case you didn't see it. But there are definitely breadcrumbs from Aries that will make you appreciate this more. Like, I'm kind of glad I saw Aries first and not this one because, like I said, like, I think I saw the first 3-4 minutes max and I said, oh heavens no, this looks old as dust and not good dust. So if I can find the review or give credit to the person that made me like want to see this, because sometimes you do need like the background on how something was made and the context and what it took. You know, like I said, you know, they were one of the first pioneers of CGI, and you know, some of the things that are incorporated in this movie makes it possible for modern movies now. So, you know, you want to see like where it started. I do like the story. Um it's just unfortunately the technology of that time. Yeah. I think you really would have to be big on sci-fi or films and appreciation of something like this. It's not something like I'm like, ooh, like I'm never gonna have my friends watch this on purpose. I heard Legacy is something that I like to get really excited because then you have a good story mixed with good up-to-date graphics. So with that being said, because I did fall asleep for some of it, so only so much I can say about this. The next movie, if you dare try to see if I will fall asleep again, will be on Tron Legacy. I'm probably going to have to take a day off, which is Tuesday. I have another watch party on the I Love the Jackson Family YouTube channel, so I know for a fact there's no way I could do 2 big lives in one night. But stay tuned. We're going to try to have this done by Wednesday. That gives you at least 2 more days in the theaters. Just in case you forgot, let's just bring up the issue that I've picked up on. Here it is. If you are watching Tron Aries in the New York City area, a lot of the shows will not be available for this weekend. So initially on my TikTok and even on YouTube Shorts, I did mention that there were no shows on Friday at AMC. Some were added just before I went live. That's one of the reasons why I was a little late, trying to like update what I found. So we have a couple of theaters, but notice they're no longer on premium like IMAX screens. However, actually, let me just check Regal real quick to see. Oh, something got on my shirt. I keep staining my clothes. This is why I have Tide stain sticks literally like everywhere. Regal. Regal still does have Tron Ares in premium screens, but we don't know if it's going to be for Friday. So right now, Regal's still showing no shows for Saturday in the New York City area, but that's subject to change. I know with AMC, like you would have to check literally every single day. That's how much AMC changes. Like I was having trouble seeing Good Fortune because they kind of pulled out the theater a little earlier than I expected. And I just kept checking and checking and checking. And then finally I started seeing Showtime. So just the FYI, I'm sure they're probably trying to sort out with the new release. I know Back to the Future is re-released Thursday the 30th. I'm not sure what new movies are coming out this week. I know I don't have nothing booked that's new. Either something's a re-release or something I've seen already. But I know soon there's going to be some new stuff out, but I'm not sure why they are pulling out Tron Ares unless it flopped that bad. But if you could see it on the big screen, the freaking soundtrack, the graphics, everything works for me. The actors. Sorry, once I see it stained in my shirt, I can't unsee it. I'm like, oh no. And this shirt matches one of my Disney outfits, so I kind of need it not to be stained. But I guess that's it for now, guys. I'm going to head to bed before, well, actually, I'm going to get the stain out, then head to bed. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate Eric and MJ Fangirl for coming through. And there was a couple of other people here, but they were just quiet. But I get it. I haven't been on this channel doing a live in almost a month. So don't I get partial credit for doing shorts? I was doing shorts the whole time. Like, you know what's crazy? Surprisingly, my Tron one behind me does hold a lot of popcorn. I believe the light cycle holds 11 cups, 5 cups in the back, 5 in the front, 6 in the back. But I'm being honest, I would not suggest eating from that. It's a very fragile popcorn bucket. Your average popcorn bucket holds about 16 cups. And though, like how you said, the barrel ones, they could hold up to 20 something cups, like 24. Like I have those big ones from Regal. Actually, I use those big ones from Regal to store popcorn when I get too much popcorn at the theater. Like I brought 2 popcorn buckets over the weekend, so it came with a lot of popcorn. So that's how I store it. But yeah, I would say the average popcorn bucket is about 16 cups. So yeah. I know it's rare. I mean, I honestly don't. I would say on average I eat about maybe 4 to 6 cups at a time, but I don't always eat a lot of popcorn. Mainly because of my teeth. But yeah. Good night. I appreciate you. The new DeLorean looks like a snack size. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I'm kind of curious to get that one, because I'm like, how many cups of popcorn does that hold? But like I said, I don't know when I go to the theater, will it be available? Because so many fans are buying the popcorn buckets already, and I'm not going out my way to get it. Like I'm just not, because it is getting harder for me to get in the theater without the movie tickets. So I mean, of course I get in, but it's just like I don't have time to like play games. Like I'll just, if it's meant for me to have it, one, it has to be affordable. Since Tron popcorn buckets got all my money. And 2, I don't know. I mean, the cool thing is, if I don't keep it, those are selling very well on eBay. I just need to know what was the original price that people were trying to sell this thing for $90. Usually when a popcorn bucket's that expensive, it's because it was expensive to start with. So I'm like, But all my car popcorn buckets are averaging about, I'm going to say $50 each. So I'm like, I have a feeling that Back to the Future is $50 too. And if it is, I'm not getting it. It's going to stay right now movie theater. And I love me Back to the Future. Like love. I think I mentioned this on the other channel. But Michael J. Fox was my childhood celebrity crush. Like I love that movie. But no, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it. Right? Good night. And yeah, hope to see you on that live tomorrow. We don't have a time yet. I'll reach out to Tori because I think there was a rumor there was a biopic information, which means I might have to change the live. But for now, we'll stick, we'll see. I don't know what today's live is about, just because we're Michael Jackson and Jackson Family fans and things change quickly. But I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Well, not tomorrow night. Actually, for this channel, it is tomorrow night because it's Tuesday now, to see this and hopefully not fall asleep on you. Until my next post, Gadget Trish is out. See you tomorrow night to finish Legacy. Bye.